this point, Caitlin Clark is getting hurt damn near every week, and it's looking intentional. At least that's what it's looking like from this footage that was released today. So there was new footage that has come out of potentially, I'm gonna say allegedly, Jacy Sheldon kneeing Caitlin Clark in the groin. Yes, kneeing her in the groin.
The woman, hold up. Did we just witness sports history being made for all the wrong reasons? What you're about to see isn't just another basketball play. It's the moment the WNBA's Golden Goose nearly got her wings clipped by someone who clearly didn't get the memo. Caitlin Clark, the woman who single-handedly dragged women's basketball from the shadows into primetime, just took a hit that has the entire sports world asking one question. Is this jealousy disguised as competition? Because what happened next will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about professional sports.
Why is it a problem that Caitlin Clark is calling out this referee? God forbid she finally stands up for herself. I mean, these WNBA refs are garbage, and they've been letting her get absolutely mugged on a nightly basis. Matter of fact, one of the players last night on the Connecticut Sun, or whatever they're called, literally targeted her.
Here's the thing that should terrify every WNBA fan. This isn't random. This isn't heat-of-the-moment basketball. This is a pattern, and patterns don't lie. When you see the same player targeting the same superstar in the same dirty ways, you're not looking at coincidence. You're looking at intent.
It looked like Caitlin Clark looked like she got a little hurt towards the end there. Is there any update on her injury?
No update. Just felt a little something in her groin, so we'll get it evaluated and see what happens from there.
Yeah, just kind of to follow up on that, looked like she was kind of grabbing at her right groin area. Is that the concern?
Yeah, if that's the one she was grabbing at. I don't know which one it was, but yeah, I mean, that's it.
$2,000. Let that sink in. $2,000. That's what the WNBA thinks deliberately injuring their biggest star is worth. I've seen people get fined more for parking violations. This isn't discipline. This is the league literally putting a price tag on Caitlin Clark's safety, and apparently, that price is less than a decent gaming laptop. If you're a player thinking about taking a cheap shot, congratulations. The WNBA just told you exactly what it costs.
The situation at the end of the game was all that, was what ended up injuring Caitlin Clark. Because you guys did not see, first of all, this happened earlier in the game. So Caitlin Clark took a knee to the groin from Jacy Sheldon. And by the way, this is not, I don't even know if this is a dangerous play or not. I don't think it's a dangerous play. I don't think this is a dangerous play from Sheldon, but it's a foul. It is clearly a foul. And obviously, this is called as a no call. This is called as a no call. I don't know. Jacy Sheldon here sticking up her leg and hitting Caitlin Clark in the left groin. How is that not a foul?
But here's where this story gets absolutely insane. After getting away with attempted assault on live television, what does our repeat offender do? She doubles down. This latest incident isn't just another foul. It's a statement. It's saying, I can hurt the face of your league, and you can't stop me. And you know what? Based on what we've seen, she might be right. This is targeted, calculated, and frankly, it's sickening.
Aftermath. So there's a referee standing right there. We all can see. Look, Jacy Sheldon knees CC in the groin. Can you guys see this right here? You guys see that? That is a knee. Jacy Sheldon's knee is all the way fully, her whole leg is fully extended off the ground into Caitlin Clark hand and groin area. You clearly see.
Think about this for a second. Caitlin Clark had finally clawed her way back from injury, ready to do what she does best, put on a show for the millions of fans who tune in specifically to watch her play. Instead, she gets systematically hunted down by players who seem more interested in ending her career than advancing their own. This isn't basketball. This is sabotage with a scoreboard.
Did you see last night Caitlin Clark holding her groin, digging her head in the stanchion in pain, tears coming to her eyes, all the emotion hitting her at once, whether it's mental exhaustion, frustration with another injury, feeling a pop in the groin, feeling something in the groin that you know isn't.
And here's the kicker that'll make your blood boil. The refs saw everything. They had the perfect angle, the perfect view, and they chose to do absolutely nothing. Zero. Zilch. Nada. This isn't just bad officiating. This is the league telling every player in the WNBA that Caitlin Clark is open season. Her own brother had to step in and call out what everyone with eyes could see, and even he got bullied into deleting his tweet.
This is from Caitlin Clark's brother. Caitlin Clark's brother. as soon as she got injured, tweeted this out. Make no mistake, this is on the reffing. This is on the reffing. This tweet lasted about 30 minutes. It lasted about 30 minutes. And if we're going to be honest, he's on the money. He is. He's absolutely.
This is where we need to have a serious conversation about what's really happening here. This isn't just about one bad call or one dirty player. This is systematic negligence at the highest level. When your own coaches are going public saying the disrespect is unbelievable, when your grievance system is so broken that teams don't even trust it to work, when your biggest star is literally begging refs to grow up, you don't have a basketball problem. You have a leadership crisis.
There's a grab right there. There's a hold around her back. She's still kind of holding on to her with her left hand. Then Caitlin passes, and then she gets bumped a couple times, and then they finally call a foul when Quinterly slaps down on Caitlin Clark. So if we want to watch it one more time, watch when she's going to the basket. She gets bumped here, she gets grabbed, and then they finally call the foul when she's going to the basket. This was something that happened throughout the entire game, and I know that a lot of people are like, Caitlin Clark fans are like too over the top with this. Like, she's not getting fouled all the time. She is getting bumped, she is getting grabbed, she is getting hand checked throughout the entire game, and it continues to happen. And I feel like that is the game plan when you play against Caitlin Clark, and the refs still.
Let's get real about what the WNBA was before Caitlin Clark showed up. Dead, flatlined, irrelevant. We're talking about a league that couldn't crack 1 million viewers for over a decade, playing in arenas so empty you could hear individual conversations in the stands. Teams were hemorrhaging money, players were making poverty wages, and the entire operation was basically a charity case being kept alive by the NBA. That was the WNBA's reality checks.
There's 9 years in Indiana, and now on the stack. And that's a live shot now of Caitlin Clark. He's still upset and wants an explanation from Michael Price.
Maybe at the timing of when that challenge happened on Jan.
Yo, I have no clue what dude said, but for her to want to call the league on the ref, what did he say, man?
Then Clark happened and everything changed overnight. 2.1 million viewers for her debut, numbers that made network executives do double takes, sold out arenas, standing ovations, merchandise flying off shelves. She didn't just save the WNBA, she resurrected it from the dead and turned it into must-watch television. One person, one player, one generational talent who turned a side project into a legitimate sports league. And now some players would rather drag everyone back to obscurity than admit what's obvious to everyone else.
Well, Kathy Engelbert and the WNBA, well, they have effed around, and now they're about to find out. The WNBA All-Star Game is, of course, in Indianapolis, the home of the Indiana Fever, the home of Caitlin Clark. And now it looks like Caitlin Clark, most likely, I can't imagine that Caitlin Clark will be participating in the three-point contest. Or
here's the business lesson the WNBA seems determined to learn the hard way. When your entire house of cards is built on one person, you protect that person at all costs. Because when Clark sits, everything crashes. Ratings plummet 50%. Attendance drops. Sponsors start asking questions. The math is simple, but apparently, the WNBA failed basic arithmetic.
The officiating's terrible. These players just beat the crap out of... Honestly, it's not just Caitlin Clark. I watched them beat the crap out of other players too. I don't want to hear a physical league. I watched a physical NBA in the 80s and the 90s, the early 2000s. This is different, folks.
Any other professional league would have figured this out by now. In the NBA, you touch LeBron wrong, you're gone. You come at Curry with dirty plays, you're suspended. Star players get protection because leagues understand basic economics. But in the WNBA, you can apparently poke the face of the league in the eye, knee her in the groin, and walk away with pocket change fines. That's not a league, that's a joke.
Y'all are on the internet having a field day making fun of my precious CC, Caitlin Clark. You hear me? She was putting the team on her back. She was giving it all for her team so they can win. She missed several games and hasn't been healthy. She missed 9 games. She haven't been healthy. You hear me? So That tells me a lot about Caitlin Clark, aka my precious CC. She a dog, she got that aura, and she's standing on business, and she ain't selfish.
The cruelest irony, when Clark gets hurt, everyone suffers. Every player who's benefited from her popularity, every coach who's gotten more visibility, every fan who's discovered women's basketball, they all lose when she's sidelined. The ecosystem she created starts crumbling, and suddenly everyone remembers why the WNBA was irrelevant before she arrived.
The referees yesterday, they were in a league of their own in terms of incompetence. The last time we saw the Connecticut Sun, you would think that we would have a crew that would set the tone saying, hey, all of this dirty play is not flying today. But when you're in the WNBA and you have not one, not two, but three incompetent officials all at one time, well, beggars can't be choosers.
Caitlin Clark, the reason why she's so upset is just the old weight of the world. It's finally kind of coming down on her. And that's a kind of scary thing where she almost has too much pressure put on her shoulders, and with her not being able to play, either that or maybe it's just missing All-Star Weekend, which is a big thing.
The WNBA is standing at a crossroads, and the choice couldn't be clearer. They can continue enabling this targeting, pretending all players are equal while their golden goose gets systematically destroyed. Or they can wake up, implement real consequences, and protect the investment that's literally saving their sport. Because if they choose wrong, when the Caitlin Clark era ends prematurely, they'll have no one to blame but themselves. The question isn't whether they can afford to protect her, it's whether they can afford not to.